After years of driving the same used car and months of saving, our hypothetical buyer is finally ready to pick up a brand new vehicle. They know exactly what they want, right down to the specific color and trim. In much of the world, you can visit a manufacturer's website and buy a car directly with total transparency. But in all 50 U.S. states, this transaction faces a legal barrier. Buyers are forced to route their purchase through a franchised middleman. While these local showrooms are branded to look like they belong to the automaker, they are independent entities. Most are owned and operated by massive Fortune 500 conglomerates like Sonic Automotive, which manage these storefronts behind the scenes. Because the law forbids bypassing these conglomerates, you enter the transaction at a severe disadvantage. You're stepping into an environment engineered to leverage your lack of pricing knowledge for profit. To understand why these middlemen exist, we have to look back to the early days of the automotive age. Early manufacturers focused exclusively on the logistical hurdle of building cars, so they relied on local entrepreneurs to handle sales and distribution in towns across the country. This system was initially effective, but as Detroit's manufacturers formed a powerful oligopoly, they began pressuring these local shops. During financial downturns, carmakers kept production high and flooded dealerships with excess inventory that was nearly impossible to sell. By the mid-century, local dealers used their community influence to fight back. They successfully lobbied state governments to pass protectionist laws that prohibited car manufacturers from opening competing showrooms in regions where franchise dealerships were already established. Over the following decades, corporate giants steadily bought out these local mom-and-pop operations. Today, the original owners are gone, but the protectionist laws remain. A legal framework designed to protect small local businesses now serves Fortune 500 middlemen, eliminating competition at the consumer's expense. Back on the modern dealership lot, our buyer feels they have the upper hand. They negotiated the salesperson into waiving a handling fee, agreeing to pay exactly the sticker price. This chart shows the factory invoice cost compared to the sticker price, or MSRP. That MSRP is already thousands of dollars higher than what the dealer paid the manufacturer, a margin the industry calls the front-end gross. The real extraction begins when the buyer moves off the showroom floor and the door to the finance and insurance office clicks shut. While the title on the door says manager, this room belongs to the dealership's most aggressive and highest compensated salesperson. Their role is to extract further revenue from a deal that feels finished. They use high-pressure tactics to sell inflated financing rates, marked-up insurance products, and unnecessary extended warranties. This back-end gross serves as the dealership's primary profit engine. Major conglomerates recently reported netting an average of $2,500 in pure profit per car from this single step of the process. The entire process is a gauntlet designed for a single purpose: profit. By the time the paperwork is signed, a $44,000 machine has effectively generated $56,000 in total revenue for the middleman. This system has eroded public trust. Poll data shows that over 70% of buyers suspect hidden fees and view the traditional dealership model as inherently dishonest. Tesla and Rivian prioritized a direct-to-consumer model because their vehicles require specialized education and unique service needs. To them, the legacy dealership system acted as a bottleneck rather than an asset. This map shows where direct-to-consumer auto sales are allowed versus banned. Tesla built this network through a loophole. Having no legacy franchises, state bans didn't apply. Today, rising EV demand forces states to bend, carving out exceptions for new companies like Rivian. Legacy dealers are resisting. To maintain their localized monopolies, these corporate middlemen are suing EV startups to block them from selling directly to drivers. The American dealership functions as an artificial middleman, supported by 20th-century protectionism. While these laws remain on the books, the emergence of direct-to-consumer alternatives creates a pressure that state legislatures are finding increasingly difficult to ignore.